Week 2, electric football, talking about the NFL. It's Stu, it's Steve. We don't have an intro, so this is it. Go, Stu.
Steelers, Ravens. The Ray Rice saga. Does that screw up the Baltimore Ravens, or does that give them enough of a push and make them want to win this game? I like the Ravens at home just for the fact that it's kind of a must-win game after losing last week to Cincinnati. And is Le'Veon Bell, or however you say his name, is he going to break loose again, or will Baltimore bottle him up? Taking the Ravens at home.
Isn't that an Elton John song?
Le'Veon
was a running back. Anyway, I'm with you on the Ravens. I think they have more team speed overall on both sides of the ball, and I think that's going to be the difference, coupled with home field advantage. I like the idea of Flacco being able to throw long against the Steelers' D. Give me the Ravens.
All right, Dolphins, Bills.
Okay, two teams coming off of huge wins. No Sean and Cameron Wake carried the Dolphins. They outscored the Patriots 23-0 in the second half, and Stu orgasmed.
Yeah, it's true.
The Bills, Chris Conte for the Bears actually had a really great game until the last play with Fred Jackson, who knocked him down, waited for him to get up, knocked him down again, ran into the stands, knocked down his friends and family, then ran back to finish off the play. Craziness. If the Bills can establish the run against the Dolphins and not rely on E.J. Manuel, the Bills will win this game. I'm picking them. Stu?
Yeah, the Bills have a better defense than the Patriots. But I like the momentum. The Dolphins got a little confidence. They were swept by the Bills last year, so there's a little revenge factor there. Being a bit of a homer here, I'm taking my Fins.
All right. We've got.
All right, here's the Jags and the Redskins.
All right. Philly tried to hand the Jags a game, and the Jags handed it right. Oh, no, thank you. You take it. Oh, no. We'll score a couple points early just to get our fans.
30 minutes.
Toby Gerhard plodded along for his 2.1 yards a carry or whatever it came out to. It's going to be a long year in Jacksonville. Redskins have more talented, skilled players. They can rely on them, and they're a little more accustomed to the system. Give me the Redskins easily.
Yeah, Redskins are a better team on paper, even though they're ranked lower than them in the ESPN rankings. But I'm going to take Washington here. I don't think the Jaguars are all that. We might see Blake Bortles by the end of the game.
Okay.
All right, Cowboys and the Titans.
Tony Romo, I love you. As a Viking fan, I can't love Tony Romo anymore. Throws 3 or 4 straight interceptions and just looks lost out there. Their defense, the 49ers, come here. Oh, you're a Cowboy defender. Come here. Yeah, they ate him up and spit him out. It was beautiful to watch. I think I might have enjoyed watching that more than watching the Vikings win a game. Anyway, I also think if you're one of the 3 or 4 people that watched our preview show that I may have underestimated the Titans a little bit. A healthy Jake Locker may be able to do something this year. So I am going to take the Titans.
Yeah, I'll take the Titans here too. Romo is such a liability now, and they can't get their running game going. I'll take Jake Locker and the Titans home.
And the defense is just pathetic.
It really is. Cardinals, Giants in the Meadowlands.
Speaking of pathetic, how about that Giants offense with the new offensive coordinator and no offensive line, and Eli throwing picks almost at a Romo-like rate? The Cardinals were not overly impressive, but the Cardinals are a better team and should pick up some sacks. They had 0 last week, but I expect them to pick up some sacks against the Giants offensive line. I expect the Cardinals to win this game pretty much going away. Long season for you Giants fans.
And the Chargers are better than the Giants. And the Chargers had the game, for most of the game. They lost in the last couple seconds. So, yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals here. Till the Giants, although I was high on them 2 weeks ago in the previews, I'm not high on them anymore. They look like crap.
Stu's just high on life.
I'm just high on life. Speaking of high, here's the Vikings game.
All right.
Patriots at Vikings.
I'll be a little high on this one. Oh, yeah, the Mike Zimmer era has begun. The Mike Zimmer dynasty, if you will. That was an impressive win for the Vikings against a team that had no real quarterbacks that I'm aware of. But, the Patriots are a dangerous team. They're coming off a loss. They're going to be upset. I don't care. Cordarrelle Patterson, I may not be able to say his name right, but boy, get him the ball. Adrian Peterson, that's all. That's it. Get the AP and CP touch the ball. Matt Castle, you just get it to them. Kyle Rudolph, you can have 1 or 2. Craig Jennings, you had your day, okay? I think we can win it. Do I pick it? Yes, I do. Zimmer Dynasty, we're living in it.
Can the Vikings copy the Dolphins' D from last week? Can AP run like Moreno did? Will the Riddler keep Batman and Robin confused with his elaborate mysteries? I'm not selling Brady out yet, and I'm going to wait a few more games. Hoping Vikings taking Patriots.
Bam.
Bam.
Biff. Pow.
Saints, Browns.
Saints, Browns. All right. If you watch the Saints game, it's the same as playing a game of Madden. It was just all offense, no defense, craziness. Perhaps the most fun game to watch of the first week. Browns, Brian Hoyer came alive in the second half, maybe held off the whole Johnny football craze for another week. But I do think the Saints have this one won. I think the Browns, the loss of Josh Gordon really hurts them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Saints have enough on offense to counteract the Browns' defense. Give me the Saints in this one.
Yeah, the Saints suck outside for the most part, and I hate picking them outside, but it's the Browns. I'm taking Drew Brees here. All right, Falcons, Bengals. Could be the game of the week.
Oh, yeah. This is an exciting game. And like we were talking about a moment ago, the Falcons, everyone caught a pass. Andre Rison caught a few. Brian Finneran was catching a few.
Tony Gonzalez in the booth caught one.
Terrence Mathis was running around. I don't even know who was catching passes. I think the Bengals have a better D than the Saints. I think the Bengals have a better team than the Falcons. I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals home. They're very good at home in the regular season. And then when it comes to the playoffs, Andy Dalton is terrible. But I like him at home, opening game. They're a good defense. I think they can stop the Falcons here. Falcons didn't face a defense last week, so that's it. Bengals, Lions, Panthers. Steve.
Cat fight! What do we got
Never
here?
tell where the camera is.
We've got, I know it's difficult. We've got Lions at Panthers. Lions were massively impressive. Derek Anderson had a game to remember when he's old and gray and in the old folks' home. I threw a touchdown pass
He was still
late
in
in
the
the NFL. Cam Newton's coming back. It's an interesting game. Both very, very physical, tough defenses, but I do like what the Lions offense has to show. The combination of Calvin Johnson and Reggie Bush and
Golden Tate.
And Golden Tate
made some tough catches last night.
And some very impressive tight ends too. Is that Christian Foria's son or something?
It could be.
He's 6'7". Goodness. So I'm going to take the Lions to continue the roll.
Yep, I can't argue that. The Lions kind of dominated from the get-go. And Cam Newton's coming back. Is he 100% healthy? Who knows? If the Lions avoid the stupid penalties, I think they win here. All right, Rams, Bucks.
Okay. The Rams got decimated by a certain bunch of Norsemen.
Purple people eaters.
Tampa Bay, if you did watch the previews, I'm on the Lovey ship. Isaac, bring me a pina colada. Isaac, the bartender, bring me a pina colada.
Julie, get out of the drug cabinet.
And what was the other guy? Doc? Anyway, I am not jumping off the Lovey ship. I do think the Bucks, I was surprised by their inability to really establish the run, but I do think the Bucks are going to be better than a quarterbackless Rams this week. Give me Tampa Bay at home.
I'm taking anybody playing the Rams, period. Take the Bucks. Seahawks, Chargers, another good game.
Okay. Was any team more impressive than Seattle? I mean, they went up against Green Bay, and early on, I guess it was a bit of a contest, but Seattle's speed around the edge is something that they don't talk about enough, and it really disrupted what Aaron Rodgers was trying to do. The Packers had Brian Beluga, I believe it was, went out with an injury. Oh well, it wasn't going to make a difference in that game. Seattle has the looks, I was joking around before about a Viking dynasty. Seattle has the looks of a team that could be a dynasty.
Yeah.
Young quarterback, fast, vicious defense.
Amazing running
pounding
game.
Running game. Added to that is a healthy Percy Harvin, who every time he touched the ball was good for 6-7 yards minimum.
And the best home field advantage in the league.
Yeah, I don't see a way that Seattle loses this one, even on the road.
Yeah. I don't think the Chargers D can handle the ridiculous amount of weapons on this team. And Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback, but he's going up against a great defense. I just don't see them winning here. So, yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks too. Texans, Raiders. Hey, rookie.
Okay. He didn't do bad. I actually fear that this car is going to be like the last car who just his career could be ruined by being drafted by a horrific team.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at what he did against the Jets, it wasn't spectacular. It did make you go, oh my goodness.
Well, the Jets were my suicide pick. I was nervous.
Yeah, you should have been because the Jets were doing a pretty good job of trying to give it away.
Yep.
But if you want to make money this year, bet against Oakland every week because you will make money. The Texans, I mean, they lost Jadeveon Clowney, but the Texans defense should be able to do much more against the Raiders than the Jets defense, which is supposed to be very good, did. I expect them to come close to pitching a shutout. Give me the Texans.
I'm going to take an upset here. I'm going to take the silver and black. Don't know why. I've been against the Texans for years, and they never did anything, and I've been right all along. Yeah, give me the scream, baby, because I'm taking Derek Carr to scramble around. Watt's the only guy that's going to be rushing as hard. He's not going to have Clowney to worry about. Carr can run. What the heck? Let's take an upset once. Going Raiders. Jets. Packers.
Okay. The Pack is going to be angry. The Jets were not very impressive. Their offense, I mean, oh yeah, Eric Decker made a few catches, but I don't expect it to be as impressive as people seem to think it's going to be. I expect the Packers to come back impressively and put a whooping on the Jets this week.
It's the second biggest line on the boards this week, and who am I to defy Las Vegas's logic? Take the Packers. Ha-ha! Chiefs, Broncos.
Okay.
Which is the biggest line, by the way.
Yeah, what's to say here? Manning looked incredible. He didn't need that little Wes Welker because Julian Thomas was catching everything. The Denver team is, how do I explain this? They're going to be like the teams that used to go up against Jordan. It seems like they're gonna be as good as you can be and not win a Super Bowl if Seattle stays as good as
right.
I think they are.
Stupid Seattle.
Yeah, I love everything about what Denver did in the offseason, and I think Emmanuel Sanders is actually an upgrade to Decker. They certainly tried to get him the ball early. His quickness and speed makes defenses afraid. I don't think anybody was afraid of Decker. Decker was productive, but I don't think he made you change the game plan.
Right.
And I think Denver has three wide receivers and a tight end that make you change the game plan, and a quarterback that can hit any one of them at any time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Denver to roll in this one.
While Goodell was filleting Denver by giving them 2 games at home to start the season, come on. Why don't you just give them the goddamn AFC crown and call it a day? Because that's bull. And then they get the Chiefs to come up here who suck. Take the Broncos. Take the big forehead to win by 25.
The big forehead. The big 5 head.
All right, you got 2 more games. Niners, Bears.
Okay. I'm very impressed by Carlos Hyde. I am very impressed by him. And I love watching Anquan Bolden play. He is by far the most physical wide receiver I can remember. I mean, Hines Ward. Who else would you put in that sort of a category?
How did his brother give Bolden to his other, San Francisco?
Yeah, there's still something a little fishy about that. I see the 49ers defense. I watched them against a weak Dallas team, obviously, but I do see them still being very, very stout against the run, bottling up Matt Forte, forcing Jay Cutler to win the game on his own, and he is too mistake-prone to do that. The fans are going crazy out there in the parking lot.
You're going to start spelling Jets soon.
We'll be down in a minute. Anyway, I do believe the 49ers have enough to take this game. And I do think that they may have found Frank Gore Jr. in Carlos Hyde. He is a hard runner from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, the Bears gave up 193 yards on the ground to the Bills, and Cutler threw for 349 yards, and they still lost. Forte never really got going. He only had like 82 yards. Cutler's days are numbered. I'm taking the Niners here.
Okay.
And the last game, Eagles, Colts.
Okay. Last game, toughest game. These are very evenly matched teams. The advantage may go to the Colts because I think so. I think the advantage goes to the Colts because of Andrew Luck. If the Colts had a running game, if Trent Richardson had done what...
So they're not even.
Let me finish it.
Okay.
I think if Trent Richardson had done what I expected him to do, the Colts would be a Super Bowl caliber team. I think the Colts need a little bit more of a pass rush. But I think their linebackers and their DBs and safeties are going to be able to cover Philadelphia's skill position players better than vice versa, better than Philadelphia is going to be able to do against the Colts. I think that's where the game is won. I think neutralizing the tight ends in this game is going to be very important for both defenses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Luck is a little bit better than Foles, who I don't think is going to have the interception-less year that he had last year.
Right.
So I'm picking the Colts.
All right, I'm going against you. I think Foles can be as good as Luck. What's Luck done, really? I mean, he came out as, the next Peyton Manning. I'm still not sure that that's an accurate description. But anyway, the Eagles got smoked by the Jacks in the first half and then came out and it was over. I don't know why everyone is in love with Indianapolis. So my second upset of the week is the Eagles over the Colts. Foles can be that good. Philly has the better weapons. Philly can run and pass. Indy can only pass.
All right.
I'm going to take the Eagles here in an upset.
Well, we'd like to thank everybody that commented. We'd like to welcome back a lot of people.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it.
We've got Joni, we've got Xander, we've got BK, we've got Gio, we've got the Mass Tweeter back, and Bridgewater's finest. We'd like to add some fans, so feel free to subscribe.
Tell your friends. I can't comment. This Google thing is not letting me comment. I apologize in advance. If you're a Dolphin fan, tune in to thefinnation.com. There's some great stuff going on that blog. And we'll see you next week on Electric Football. Stu Pace.
Steve Brown.
Peace.